Welcome to Talk Across America. I'm Doug Miles, and we're here in beautiful Sarasota, Florida. And joining us now, great to welcome to our book talk segment, one of the co-authors, co-editors of a very interesting, fascinating book. It's called Atlas Obscura. It's the second edition, and an explorer's guide to the world's hidden wonders. Great book of all sorts of interesting places that he and his crew have visited. We're joined today by Joshua Foer, and he joins us by telephone. Joshua, good to talk with you. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Had a chance, when the first edition came out, I talked to your colleague, Ella Morton, about that about a year, I guess about 2 years ago, right? No, 2016, wasn't it, when the first one came out?
Yes, 3 years ago now. It's incredible. It's been that long. Now we've got a revised, expanded, and even better edition of Atlas Obscura that's just come out. And excited to be back on the program talking to you.
It was fun to talk to her about it, and just amazing how, I know when you write a book, you hope it's going to take off, but boy, it became unbelievably a bestseller, didn't it? I mean, it really caught a wave there, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a #1 New York Times bestseller, #1 best-selling book on all of Amazon for a while, and it has, I believe, actually inspired a lot of people to get out and explore the world in a new way, which is our mission, is to give people a set of tools to really seek out wonder and experience wonder in this incredible planet that we all share, both when they're out traveling, but also in their own backyard.
I think, and the title says it itself, part of it, Obscura. It's more obscure places you wouldn't think of visiting, but you and your other authors and people have gone around the world and found these places. Now, since 2016, I guess you obviously continue to do that since this is an updated book, right?
Yeah, so, at the heart of Atlas Obscura is this website, atlasobscura.com, where people share tips from all over the world about, incredible hidden places near them that folks might not know about. From that database, which has now grown to close to 20,000 places we've had over 650,000 people contribute in some way to editing or growing that database. We then culled almost about 1,000 of the very, very most incredible, best places and put them into this book, which is over 500 pages, has tons of color photos and illustrations. And the idea is we want to create in sort of a wonder cabinet between two covers. You can open to any page and find something that actually exists right here on planet Earth at this moment in time that will make you say, holy smokes, I cannot believe that is true. I cannot believe that is real. And maybe even inspire you to go visit that place.
I should say Joshua is the co-founder, chairman, and editor-at-large of AtlasObscura.com, the website that you just mentioned. And now, when people do give the information to the website, obviously you got to check it out. So, do you get to visit most of these places, or do you send somebody else, or how do you verify it?
Yeah, so I've been myself to about 500 of the places in Atlas Obscura. It is such a huge world that I don't think any single person could ever visit all of them.
Sure.
Not in one lifetime, at least. But the advantage of having a global community of explorers out there is that somebody, and usually multiple people in our community, have visited these places. And now, and this is new since the first edition of Atlas Obscura came out, the book, we offer international trips and tours of some of these places all over the world. Some guided by members of our community. For example, this spring I'm going to be joining a trip that Atlas Obscura is offering to the Gates of Hell in Turkmenistan, which is a giant flaming hole in the middle of the Turkmenistan desert that was created 40-plus years ago by a Soviet mining accident. And it's just this gorgeous, otherworldly kind of volcano in the middle of the desert. You can't believe it's there. It is this a giant cavern of methane that was pierced in an accident, and they set it on fire. And it's been burning for since 1974. And Atlas Obscura is going to take a group of a dozen of our readers to visit the Gates of Hell in Turkmenistan, and also see a whole lot else in Turkmenistan. And I'll be going on that trip, and I'm really looking forward to it.
That's a great idea. Now, that Gates of Hell, that's not a natural occurrence. That was caused by a man-made, right? That's interesting.
Yeah, and so that's right, and we catalog natural wonders, places that are created by nature, that are so extraordinary you can't believe it, but also human wonders, man-made wonders, and museums and places that have been abandoned that are exceptionally beautiful, and places with extraordinary history that makes them noteworthy. So it's really anything that inspires our sense of wonder and curiosity is inside of the wheelhouse of Atlas Obscura.
And the new book, second edition, I guess over 120 new entries, right? Since the last book, right?
That's right. We've also got new photographs. In some cases, we've got a really cool around the world itinerary and a calendar of annual festivals of some of the strangest and interesting celebrations and festivals all around the world, from the rock throwing battle that takes place in the Bolivian Andes to a oil wrestling festival in Turkey to molten iron throwing in Luangquan, China, which is a annual tradition that's been going on for something like 500 years by the local blacksmiths.
Okay, you have the location information in case people want to travel on their own, right? GPS coordinates. So if somebody said, hey, I want to go see this unusual place, book tells you how to get there, right?
We show you how to get there, and in an increasing number of cases, we are actually helping to take you there, and with a guide to see some of these places that would otherwise be inaccessible, off limits, or just very, very hard to find.
If somebody wanted to do the tour, they just go to the Atlas Obscura website for that to find out.
AtlasObscura.com/trips. Yep. AtlasObscura.com/trips.
That's new since the first book, so that's a great idea. Well, since you've been doing all this traveling, what's been, I'll ask the normal interviewer question, what's been the most unusual thing you've seen, and maybe the most surprising thing you've found out?
Well, I'll tell you, the last Atlas Obscura trip I went on was a really fun one, and it was in the high Sierras in California, in Sequoia National Park. We went with a group of professional entomologists. These were researchers at the University of California in Santa Barbara, and excuse me, they took us for 3 days on a bee hunting expedition, deep into the forest to catch and catalog bees for their research. But in the process, we got to learn all about the science of pollination and how to identify bees and how to catch bees, and it was just an incredible 3-day experience of nature, but also an education in entomology and in how scientists work. And one of the things that was really cool about it is we were helping them do real science that as just citizens, we were able to actually contribute in a neat way. So we have been doing more and more trips like that inside of the United States, working with real scientists to help them in their research.
Yeah, that's great. I guess you should mention, too, it's not just, obscure locations. It's, a lot of these places are in the U.S. So if you want to travel but didn't want to go out of the country, there's a lot of places to see right here in America, right?
Oh, yeah, and I should add, very, very central to our mission is the idea that wonder doesn't just have to be found halfway around the world. You don't have to climb a mountain in the Himalayas or, go to the middle of the rainforest in Africa to find hidden wonders. You can find them around the corner and in your own backyard if you know how to look for them and are prepared to find them. And that's what Atlas Obscura is there to help with. And the best experiences I've had with Atlas Obscura as a creator of Atlas Obscura, but also as a consumer of Atlas Obscura, has been when somebody has told me about something that is, within a mile of my own home that I didn't know about. Right. And I get to go out and experience that for the first time. And that's such a magical experience.
Yeah, no doubt. I know here in Florida where I am, there's a lot of weird things too. So you can just find stuff in your own state, I imagine. That'll keep you amused.
Yeah. Well, we've got close to 20,000 places on the AtlasObscura.com database. Got 1,000 of them in this book, so there's plenty to keep you busy.
Atlas Obscura, the second edition, An Explorer's Guide to the World's Hidden Wonders, full title of the book. And we've been talking with Joshua Foer today. And again, Joshua, atlasobscura.com is the website. Any place else you want to direct people to get the book?
You can find it in all the independent bookstores and also online at Amazon and Barnes & Noble, of course.
Great. And we'll put a link on our website as well. But Joshua, great talking to you. I'm sure you're working on another edition with all the people that can contribute to the website. So we look forward to talking to you when that comes out. But thanks for being with us.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us today on Talk Across America. Please visit our website at dougmilesmedia.com for more great interviews and content. And if you're interested in any of the books we talk about on the program, please click the Amazon link on our website. It helps support the podcast. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again real soon here from beautiful Sarasota, Florida.
I'm Stan Brock. 30 years ago, I formed Remote Area Medical to help people overseas. But then we found generations of families in America isolated by poverty from the health care they need. Together, we can take dental, vision, and medical help to 1 million adults and their kids, right here at home in the United States of America.